I want to say good evening, Atlanta. It's Thanksgiving Eve 2019. Coming at you live from our studios in Locust Grove, Georgia. Want to touch bases right here tonight. This is when the Falcons and Saints rematch right here in Atlanta, Georgia. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium, huh? Well, on this version, we're going to do things a little bit different. I'm going to make a few phone calls. I'm going to touch out to some of my friends out there, some of my Saints friends, some of my Falcons friends. I'm going to see what they got to say about this ball game. Some people say it's going to be a blowout. I don't think so. I don't think the Falcons are going to let the New Orleans Saints come into their house and blow them off the field. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Now, as I recall last game, 3 weeks ago to be exact, the Atlanta Falcons went to the New Orleans Saints. The Falcons record 1-7. Saints record 7-1. The Falcons stepped up into the dome and shut out. I mean, when I say shut out, they didn't allow the Saints to score not one touchdown. They kicked a couple of field goals, but no touchdown. The Falcons fans were shocked. Let me tell you, they were shocked. I was shocked too, but I thought they had a chance to win, just like I do today. A lot of people don't give the Falcons a chance today. They saying the Saints are upset. The Saints are coming to town. The Saints right now have they won 3 more games down than they did last time we played them, so that'll be 7, 8, 9 games. So they should be 9-1. But guess what, folks? This is a rival game. This is a rival game, and rival games ain't the same. I'm excited to see what happens. Am I going to the game? No. I'm not going to the game. Not because I don't think they're going to win, because I got family, and I'm going to stay at home. But I'm going to watch it on TV, I promise you that. And I want to see what's going to happen. These Falcons are not going to let these Saints come over here and show out in their house. You can mark my word on that one. They might lose, but there ain't going to be no blowout. That's for sure. And some people say, well, you're on the fence. No, I'm not on the fence. I call it like I see it. This is going to be a good game, folks. It's going to be a good game. The Falcons, the Saints, 8 p.m., Thanksgiving night, right here. I'm not doing it live. I'll be watching the game. So stay tuned. Stay with us. I'll be right back. I'm going to tune in to some of my friends. I'm going to call up, and I'm going to get their opinion on the game tonight. This is The Mic is Hot. I'm DJ Thomas. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back on The Mic is Hot. All right, now, I'm back. I told you what I think. I got Big Time on the line, my favorite co-host of all time. And he has an opinion on these Saints. We Falcons fans, but I don't like what he got to say. Big Time, are you there, my man?
Are you there? Oh, yes. Yes, I am. Thanksgiving Day. I'm right in the house. The timing couldn't have been better. And I'm ready to go, man. I'm loving always talking about my birds.
Hey, Big Time, let me remind you something. 3 weeks ago, Falcons 26, Saints 9. What you got to say about that?
Yeah, I'm still riding on that high. I'm real riding on it. You know, it's a game. We know we're not going anywhere as a team, but we take it game by game. We acting as a spoiler now. And maybe not spoiling people for the playoff or for where they can go at in the year. We're about spoiling them for that game. We're about beating them for that game. We have seen thus far this season it went the other way for us. But tonight, it's a big game. This game, in many ways, is personal.
I
know it's personal.
It's personal.
Certainly for the Saints fans.
Saints said they're going to come up here. I talked to one earlier. He said they're going to come up in here and they're going to told me to eat my Thanksgiving dinner early because they're going to spoil your appetite later on the night. I told him, forget you, man. Y'all ain't coming up in our house. Y'all ain't coming up in this Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta, Georgia, and think y'all going to show out. I mean, if y'all win, here I say if y'all win, it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a close game, folks. That's what I think. What you think, Big Time?
Well, you know what? One of the things I don't know, D. I really have to say this because
nobody knows.
Many weeks. Well, in terms of what I feel, I always have an opinion about what's going to happen. Many times I'm right, oftentimes I'm wrong, and been certainly wrong a lot lately. But when you look at the Saints and the Falcons, I'm always reminded of something you said that I know, and others have said the same thing. Record doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
At doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
We always go play each other tough.
I'm pumped, man.
So having said that, I believe that game ain't gonna be no different. That it's gonna be a very good, hard-fought game.
Yes.
Tonight, because it's always a rivalry, and we get at each other like no other.
I believe it. Hey, let me give you another stat. Drew Brees. Whoa, what number does Drew Brees wear?
I think number 7.
Nah. Drew Brees wear number 9. Number 9. Guess what?
Yeah.
How many points Drew Brees scored how many points the Saints scored last week? I got him. Big time I got him.
The Falcons. Oh, yeah. 9.
9 points. Hey, that ain't the only stat I got. I got a couple more here. I'm going to talk a minute, but then I'm going to bring the other ones up because I got some of those Saints fans when they get on the line. You know what? I'm going to stick it to them right now because they happy right now. They coming in town, and last time they didn't want to talk, especially our friend Kiki. As a matter of fact, I might try to call her with you on the line and see if I can get her to come on and let her give her a taste because I know she's going to try to show out and talk all the trash because after the ball game, we ain't going to be able to get in touch with her. But go ahead. What else you had to say about that?
Well, when you look at this game, D, let me break it down where we are individually as a team and where this game is and where the Saints are. We, as a Falcon team, keeping it real, we are still a average ball club. I won't say we are as bad as our record. We certainly aren't a heck of a lot. We certainly aren't as good as what we thought we would be.
Uh-huh.
But play-wise, individually-wise, we are still an average ball club. Now, when you look at what happened 3 weeks ago, I honestly don't believe that was the Falcon team that we believe they were. And we know, and I also don't believe that was the Saints team that the way they played. I really don't. And I think you would agree.
Somewhat.
What happened? Let me give credence to that.
Go ahead. I'm going to let you finish.
When you look at what happened the 2 games after what happened last week, we came out the next week and we played same way against the Carolina Panthers, but we came home last week and look what we did against our rival. And it's not a big of a rival, but our division opponent. And look at the Saints. Saints, each week after they've lost to us, have picked right back up where they left off at.
Okay.
Which clearly showing me that the Saints came into that game 3 weeks ago. The head wasn't in it. And I think tonight, you're going to see a much, much different Saints team.
Okay. Well, let me say this, and I thought about this all week long. We talked several times during the week, and so you made some good points, and I like that. There's some things that I see in a ball game, and a lot of these are my own personal points. I listen to other people talk, and I listen to you talk because I know we do this all the time, and you hit a lot of good points. You hit on a lot of good points. As I see this team this year, as they started off the season, there's a lot of things I did not like, and I still don't like. And hopefully at the end of the season, there are going to be some major changes made. I'm talking about in the front office, maybe in the front office. Let's put it that way. Hopefully a new coach next year and a whole new scheme because I don't think we're going to go anywhere with this what we have right now because the number one thing, let me slow down a little bit. The number one problem the Falcons have right now is they're inconsistent across the board. They do have the talent. Yes, I would say they do have the talent to get the job done. They've proven that. They proved it against New Orleans and they proved it against Carolina. And that's 2 rival games. And also, I think the biggest problem when you got talent and players are not executing. A few weeks before New Orleans, Julio Jones went to the team and said, "Hey, look, guys, we got to play better. We got to play better." You know what that tells me? That tells me that they're not getting coached well. That tells me that coaches are not doing their job. But for some reason, the week of the bye week, Dan Quinn really decides, hey, I got to make a change. I got to do something drastic all of a sudden. And you make changes, and Raheem Morris goes from the receiver coach to the defensive back coach, if I'm not mistaken. And they got a new offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. A lot of things have changed. Now we know over the NFL that teams, once they figure out what you're doing, maybe New Orleans have figured out what we did and they know how to stop it this time. We don't know that yet. But we made some changes that made a big difference in the ball game. And I think that you can't tell me that we don't have a chance to win this ball game. I'll tell you we do. For number one, we're at home. Like we said before, when we was in New Orleans, I had a little doubt, but I thought we could win down in New Orleans, and we did. We at home this week. I think we've got even a better chance. The same 11 people are going to field each time. The same people. The same coaches are making decisions. I think these guys want it more. I just hope we got enough fans. I just hope that we don't. I'm Mercedes-Benz Stadium not fill up with Saints fans. I believe that if they come up with a good game plan, I believe last week. Let me go back a little bit. Let me go back just a little bit. Last week when we played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they wasn't ready. They wasn't even ready for that game. They did what New Orleans did to us. We kind of underestimated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers based on their record, and we're looking forward to this game today against the New Orleans Saints. So I believe that this team will rise up. Will they beat the New Orleans Saints? I can't give you a definite answer on that. But can they beat the New Orleans Saints? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. And I believe that a lot of people, I've been listening to other radio stations out there that's been talking, and some of the announcers sound like they scared to my, well, I'm not going to the game. I want to go watch the second get blowed out. I'm going to stay at home and get drunk. Okay, that's fine for you. Stay home. But I bet you watch the game because you saw what happened last time. It could happen again. And I believe these Falcons are going to go in there today. Going to be a lot of people still tailgating downtown. Going to be a lot of people still going to the game. I'm a Falcons fan, baby. I'm going to support my Falcons. I might not go to the game, but I'm going to watch the game, and I'm going to watch the whole game, whether it's a blowout or whatever. But I believe the Falcons can pull this one off today. What do you know, big time? Do you know what the odds are on this game? I need to look it up.
I don't. I think when last time I checked, the Falcons the Saints are 6.5 point favorite. And you raised some good points. That first of all, starting with the fans, I would hope that the Falcons fans would show up better than they did this season for home games. And I say that because with the rivalry between these two teams, it's just not the battle on the field; it's the battle even in the stands and even in the whole fan base.
Uh-huh.
And it's a friendly battle, I mind you. They chop it up with us pretty well. So I think with that rivalry in the fans, it'll bring out Atlanta fans, and we'll hope that'll work for the Falcons' advantage. But here's what the Falcons, I think, as a team, got to do. They got to rally around themselves.
Oh yeah.
Because them Saints fans are going to be in that stadium, and they're going to be loud, and they're going to be boisterous because of the rivalry. So the Falcons players got to step up and say, you know what? We got to play better than we played last week. I think last week game that the coaches simply had a better plan than Atlanta. They had no answer for protection of Matt. They came with a blitz package, and they were putting Matt on the ground and not giving him time. They got to protect him. They got to allow him to get rid of the ball, and the Falcons got to play to their maximum level emotionally. I think that'll happen. But here's why I don't believe Atlanta will win this game. First and foremost, we either will not. There's a 50-50 chance that Julio Jones will not play this game. That's already been put out there. He has not practiced all week. Even if he plays, we know for a fact that he has a shoulder injury, that he will be limited. So what does that mean? The other guys got to step up. Don't have a lot. Go ahead.
I believe Julio Jones is going to be on that field, shoulder injury or not. If Julio Jones, only way he don't play tonight, if he's injured so bad he can't go out there and run. We need Julio. Okay. We need Julio on the field to be able to show that defense point. That Julio is on this team. Okay. That's why it's a game time decision.
Point. Yeah, and that's a good point, and I think that'll happen because even if it was a leg or something where he couldn't run with a thigh or a muscle or something in the leg, then that's a different. But you're right. He can be out there if he don't get the ball thrown his way, because he can be a decoy. So that is something that should take place and may not be much of a factor, but other guys still got to step up. Matt got to really start to look it over. And I'm not saying he couldn't, but he can't get bull rush like he did last week. I still think number 2. Freeman, I think he'll play, but I don't know for certain. But I bring that up because of this. What I saw last week in Atlanta's run game, even in the weeks that they've won the game, even when they went to New Orleans, they had a nice running game. That's what allowed us to control the game in New Orleans, because we were running the ball and we kept New Orleans Drew Brees off the field. That's the way you control them. Besides putting pressure on Drew Brees, you keep him off the field. You do that by running the ball. Atlanta have shown this year at times that they shy away from the run too soon.
Right.
And they start to get throwing the ball, want to get mad into dropping back. It has happened a lot because we were playing behind. But if they focus and stick to the run tonight, and we can effectively run the ball,
talk to me.
We increases our chance.
Talk to me. That's all you got to say. Increase our chance. I thought you were going to say something else, man. But you know what? But go ahead. You didn't finish it. Go ahead.
No, I want you to respond to that, because that's a good point.
You know,
I think worth your response.
And you're exactly right. And when I watch football, that's one thing that I always watch. I've been pinned in on the Patriots and watching those guys play and how they playing and how they dominating. One thing I talked about earlier this week, and I want to make this point, and I want everybody to understand, I want everybody to hear me good on this, because I hear everybody talking, giving their opinion on what they feel about things. But if your offense can dominate the time of possession over team's defense, you increase your chance of winning by 75%. Because that means if you dominate the time of possession and you kicking, even if you just kicking a field goal and you're keeping the other team off the field, and that's what the Falcons did in the first ball game. That gives the Falcons, they were kicking field goals, but they were also making touchdowns. Because what you're doing, the other team can't get on the field. We kept Drew Brees off the field. I don't know how many possessions they had. I mean, if you got a team like New Orleans and they only get a chance to come on the field once or twice or a quarter, and you're moving the ball down the field, there's two things you're doing. You're keeping it out of Drew Brees' hand, because we know Drew Brees can take it down the field in 1 minute and put it in the end zone. You're keeping it out of his hand. And number 2, you wearing down their defense. And I promise you, I've seen this over and over again with New England, that they'll take teams and Tom Brady will he will take the ball, move it 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards, 10 yards, and just get first down and keep driving and pounding on that defense. By the fourth quarter, I don't care who you are, these big guys are going to get tired. They're going to slow down a notch. And that's what happened to us. And you have the advantage. You have the advantage. So that's what you said that, and I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you about that.
Yeah, and that's what we did. And that's what we did the most in New Orleans. I remember there was one quarter, I think it was the second half, where the Falcons ate up 8 minutes in that whole quarter with possession.
And I saw that
one drive, G. Well, not the one drive. 8 minutes of that 14-minute quarter.
Yep.
And I remember clearly hearing the commentator say Atlanta have had several long drives today.
Yes.
Fortunately, in that game, we were punching the end zone, and you don't want to take up drives. You want to take up drives.
You know what that means?
You want them to end.
You know what that means?
You want them to end in touchdown. Yeah. What does it mean?
That means I like Julio being on the field, but if Julio for some reason is not there, and Matt Ryan is throwing the ball 10 yards, or Freeman is running the ball, getting 7-8 yards, or pick up on running plays, that means we're moving the ball down the field. We're going to have 10 to 15 plays on one possession. 10 to 15 plays to move the ball down the field. Even if we don't end up with a field goal, I like that better than throwing the ball deep and not trying to get a long pass. Throwing the ball deep to Julio or to Ridley. We don't need to do that today. We don't need to do that.
Yeah, 3 and out. That's a lot of 3 and outs. And Atlanta seemingly is getting kind of.
You only got 60 minutes of football to play, man. Why are you know?
They're getting comfortable. Let me say this on them deep passes. They have been throwing a couple of deep passes in these winning games in the last since the break.
Right.
And they have been connecting on them.
Right.
And I like to see a few of that today, because you need to stretch the defense. But here's another area that the Falcons really got to focus on today. They got to focus on this. It was so successful for us in the first game we played them.
Can I say something before you get there?
We got to put pressure on Drew Brees.
But let me
got to put pressure on Drew Brees.
I agree, but
you can't allow Drew Brees to stand back there and have time to throw that ball.
Let me say this. It goes back to what I said a minute ago and what you just said. I disagree with that last point you made. I agree with putting pressure on Drew Brees. But I think if we take the ball and take our time, we don't need the long passes. I don't want to see us keep throwing the ball downfield because you know what that does, Eddie? That takes if our offense go in there and we score in 2 minutes or 3 minutes, that means we put our defense right back on the field. Our defense is not that powerful of a defense. What happened the last time we played New Orleans, our defense was sitting on the sideline for most of the ball game. They rested. Every time they came back on the field, they were fresh and ready to go. Guess what that adds to? That means you got guys fresh and ready to blitz that Drew Brees. Now you got guys that are strong and rested. We don't need guys going out there, you score on 2 plays, now all of a sudden the defense got to go back to the field again. In the second half of the ball game, you're going to see a difference, I promise you. So my point is, I think we need to do just the same thing we did last time. It worked before. Why change it? Run the ball. Hopefully Freeman will have one of his good games and be able to run the ball, and we can move the ball upfield. We don't have to get 30, 40 yards or 50 yards on every other play. Just get a first down. Go ahead.
Well, you're exactly right. But one of the things I said about the change, here's one point I have to agree with you just a little bit. You got to come with a different game plan. Because I heard one of the Falcon defenders play, Ricardo Allen, to be specific. He said one thing about Drew Brees. He said Drew Brees studied film real well. And he said he watched what you do, and he definitely going to find a way to counter it. So if the Falcons come in there and with the same game plan, I don't know if it's going to work this time around, even though we're at home. And I also add to something you said earlier. Well, I slightly disagree with something you said earlier.
What's that?
While we're at home, we don't have necessarily home field advantage. The fans just doesn't show up, and Atlanta hadn't played well in the Mercedes-Benz.
Okay.
We've lost a lot of games in the Mercedes-Benz.
Okay.
So if we expect for us to come with the same game plan, and we don't do something different, we're going to get beat. I just don't see us. I think we'll get edged out tonight.
Edged out. I like that. I'll take that. I'll take that.
I like that 6 point spread. I do like the fact that Atlanta has a decent field goal kicking now. So if we can at least get on drive and get 3 points, we'll still keep this. I don't want to see this game get away from us.
Eddie,
if we can keep it close, we got a chance.
We
got a very good chance.
As I look at the Westgate Sportsbook right now in Las Vegas, they're showing the Falcons and Saints. It's either between 5-5 and 6-5, 5.5 points or 6.5. These guys, they realize that this ain't gonna be no blowout.
Is that in favor of who?
That's in favor of the Saints. It's in favor of the Saints.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying you're saying 5 points or 6 points. Basically, they're looking at, they're not even saying 7 points. They're saying that basically what they're saying is the Saints will win by a touchdown, and I like that. I can roll with that because it ain't that 11-point crap we had last time that somebody didn't know what they were doing.
We got a good chance.
Yeah.
And
we talked about that this week too. You remember? We talked about this week about those odds. I was saying, look, you give me an 11-point odd, I'll take it every time.
Yeah, and also what that also means that spread you just mentioned, it's something you can look at it like it's a 2 field goal situation.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
It's really not. You round it off to a good number about a touchdown. But the way Atlanta have been kicking field goals, and on a lot of them drives that we can't punch it in the end zone, those field goals could be crucial for us.
Exactly.
We need to finish off drives with at least 3 points.
Exactly.
At least 3 points. And Vegas sort of know that given the rivalry of this game. Oh my goodness! I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it that way. When I saw this, I saw 6.5 points spread, and I said, okay, I favor that because I think New Orleans literally is a better ball club. New Orleans, to me, I say again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but New Orleans came into that first game when we played them, I believe, with the mindset that they 1-7. All we got to do is just show up, and we'll beat these guys. And when Atlanta came in there with this different mindset that, listen, we need a victory, and this is our rivalry, and we don't care where that. Now, I hope, and I believe you're right in what you're saying, that Atlanta will come out tonight and bring the level of intensity that says we'll go out this season having beat New Orleans twice. Whether that's something that we can be proud of for our season, it's something we can be proud of when it comes to this rivalry. That's why this game tonight is very personal when it comes to the Saints fans.
Right.
They really want to put it on us in our stadium.
And I totally agree with that, Eddie. Like I said, and the over and under is 48.5 points. The Saints were, let me see here, 48.5. That means it's about 50 points they figure to be scored. I don't know if they figure it's going to be Falcons going to score a lot of points and Saints going to score a lot of points. Yeah,
that's what that means.
That's the over and under. Yeah, they figure between
they saying between both of them teams they're going to score together about 48 points.
Right. So if you're a bettor, you'll say, look, I bet that the Falcons will score. I'm sorry. If you're a bettor, you'll say, I bet that it'll be more than 48 points scored or less than 48 points scored. That's the number they threw up for that. So let me ask you the question: if you were betting on this game, would you bet they're going to score more than 48 or less between the two teams?
Well, I would have to say less. Because here's the thing, and I'll explain why I say less, and I want your answer afterwards. I would say less because one of the things that the New Orleans Saints are New Orleans Saints, although they are a high-scoring offensive team, has been this year, they still haven't scored to me at the level that they have scored in the last couple of years. Drew Brees don't throw the ball deep, and they don't. And Kamari been hurt. He's not the same Kamari this year that he has been in the past.
Uh-huh.
Now they got a backup running back that has did very well. Well, having said that, New Orleans defense is very good.
Uh-huh.
And they focus on stopping teams. Well, Atlanta, for me to be successful, they got to run the ball well, and they got to play good defense by putting pressure on Drew Brees. And I believe if that front four,
can we win if we do that, big time?
Do what they did.
Can we win if we do that? You still?
I believe we can win.
You still? Okay, I was gonna say you've been giving me all these reasons, things what we have to do, but I need to hear from you. What do we need to do to win? That was my next question for you.
Yeah. If we run the ball at control clock, and we play good defense by putting pressure on Drew Brees,
that's what I'm talking about.
We can win this game.
That's what I'm talking about.
We can win this game because let me add something. Last week, like I said, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is a very good team who always play us tough.
Right.
All right. They are a high-scoring team. I didn't know this until I read somewhere this week that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is the sixth highest-scoring team, sixth highest offensive team in the league this year, points-wise.
Right.
Well, last week, they came in here, even though James Winston was throwing interceptions early on, they came in here and pressured our offense so tough in Matt Ryan that we never could get it going.
Yeah.
Now, why I'm bringing that up in time to do this game? That's the same thing we did against New Orleans the last time we played them. We put pressure on Drew Brees, and we ran the ball. I can't see why we can't do the same thing this time. Last week you said why we didn't put pressure on James Winston. Well, one thing, we did not have one of our defensive ends, which is Takk McKenzie. I hope that he's ready this week. I have not looked at the numbers and see whether he's there. But if he's there, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, Takk McKenzie, and Jack Crawford, those are our front four guys.
Woo!
See, we can get it. We can get in there and put pressure on Drew Brees. Drew Brees does not run. He's a pocket quarterback. He's a timing quarterback, and he gets rid of the ball real quick. If we can cover down the field, we can put good cover. I hope Atlanta doesn't come in here and start out in this zone.
Mm-hmm.
In this zone defensive package where
exactly.
you got Thomas
and
that other big tight end that they have start running between the seams. Drew Brees gonna find them. Go one-on-one with these guys.
That's what I'm talking about.
These guys
talk to me big time.
Take our chances. Thomas is gonna get his.
He got it last time. He gonna get his.
He gonna get his. We got to make sure that Drew Brees doesn't be singing him out, and everybody else.
Drew Brees.
We got to put pressure on Drew Brees.
Listen, Drew Brees and Kamari. Number one thing, if I was off defense coordinator, I would make sure I put pressure on Drew Brees like we did before. We got to blitz him. We got to put pressure on Drew Brees. I'm not really concerned about Thomas. Put somebody on him like before. And Kamari. We got to watch Kamari. We got to put a spot on Kamari because you cannot leave this guy open because he can do two. Huh? Yes, sir, I would. Yes, I would.
You up there going to put a spot on, like put Debo on him.
I put somebody on no matter where he go there with him all the time because one thing Kamari he can get loose. Okay, if we do that, this Falcon can win this ball game, folks. Hey, look, I'm gonna let you go in there because like I said, well, I wasn't gonna hold you long. We get right at 30 minutes, and
I want to hear what thing. You done got me. Let me say this. You done got me excited. You got me very excited about this thing. But I thought we were gonna be a blowout. I'm gonna watch it. But let me ask you the question that you asked me before you go. Of that over and under in total points, where do you think?
I think it'll be. That's a good question. I never really thought about that. I just kind of look at it as Vegas gave a number. That's a safe number for Vegas.
Well, you said 48. You said
48 points. 48 points. I would say I might go high because I think the Falcons are going to try to score, and I think the Saints are going to score. I think they're going to score this time. They're going to score a few points. I think it's going to be a shootout. So being a shootout, that's only 25 points per team to get close to 25 points per team, or 29 points apiece. Okay. So I think.
Where we gonna get the points from with Julio? You saying Wrigley? Who is
running, baby, run the ball, run, baby, run. We got to run the ball. We still got Wrigley in the ball game. We still got receivers. Julio probably. I hope he'll play. And I've seen Julio hurt before and come in and play.
We got another kid that's coming up named number 17, McCall.
Matthew
McCall is doing very well. And then we got even though our main tight end is gone, the other tight end we got, he's doing well. Here's my thing. I know Jordan, who is that dynamic Pro Bowl tight defensive end, gonna really put pressure on the end to get the Matt. Matt got to play smart tonight and really take advantage of what's going to be coming his way by stepping up in that pocket. Run if he needs to, but make sure you stay focused and hit your receivers on the target. We got to take advantage, but we got to run the ball. I'm hopeful that Freeman's gonna play. I haven't been impressed with Hill. Hill has not shown me enough that he can be that guy. They got this other kid, the rookie backup guy that they use down the goal line. I like him, but they gotta stick with him.
They gotta stick with
him, and they gotta pick up that blitz. That main, if they blitz Atlanta, they gotta that running back got to pick up that one blitz guy. Gotta give Matt that time to step out the way.
I am excited, big time. I'm excited. It's big time, folks. One of the best co-hosts you can ever have, man. He bring it. He bring the information. He come to the game. He don't come sloppy. When he go to the lab, he come back. He know what he talking about. I want to hear from you guys out there in Atlanta. Email me at themicashot@gmail.com today before the ball game. I might throw another episode up real quick so we can hear what you guys got to say. Right now it's time for me to go eat some turkey and some whatever they got upstairs. They've been calling me. Say, Pop, you need to come on up, bless the table. Let's do what we got to do. Pray for them Falcons to win this game tonight. Big time.
Man, brother. Enjoy your meal, man.
Hey, man.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
All right, man. Later, big time. Atlanta. That was big time. This thing is on. It's on like hot butter popcorn. I'm finna take a pause for the calls. I'm gonna try to pause this thing and come back. See, I gotta make another couple phone calls, but right now I gotta take a break. For you, it might be seconds. For me, it's gonna be 30 minutes or so. I gotta pause and take a water break, get some liquids in my body, and we're gonna bring it back. Tonight, 8 p.m., Georgia, Mercedes-Benz, the Saints versus the Falcons. Who you think gonna win? Who you with? I see you. I'm D. Just a minute. Be right back. Okay, we back. We back live right here in Atlanta, Georgia. The big game coming up tonight. The Atlanta Falcons take on the New Orleans Saints. Second time around. I got my good friend from Atlanta, but a Saints fan. We want to hear what the Saints fan got to say about this game tonight, huh? Paul Guyton. What's up, my man?
What's going on? How you doing,
Hey, Atlanta wants to know. Last time, only 3 weeks ago, the Falcons went to New Orleans and they beat the Saints 26-9. And it wasn't a good feeling for the Saints fan, but it was for the Falcons. But the Saints fan vowed that in 3 weeks, in 2 weeks, or whatever, how many weeks it was, we're going to come to Atlanta and we're going to get revenge. Paul, I'm going to give you a chance to tell me what the Saints fan going to do tonight.
Well, it's always like, it's just like neighborhood, growing up in the neighborhood, best friends fighting. You get me one time, I get you one time, we back friends again. So this time is our time. Y'all slapped us in the mouth in my home stadium. It's only right for me to step out of my backyard and go across to my neighbor and to my best friend and slap you right back in your backyard.
What makes you think that the Saints going to come up here in Atlanta Falcons, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and slap them in the mouth? What do you think? You think we're going to just lay down for the Saints fan?
Well, it's not about laying down. It's about allowing us. It's not about anything that you all can control. It's about what we're coming to do. We're not asking for permission. We're coming out here and we will put y'all did it in our stadium. It's just on the right in the division to come back and give it back to you. That's how we always do. Either we're gonna let y'all sweep us or we're gonna come in and take one. And this time we're taking one.
We realize, the Falcons fan that is, we realize that we don't have a chance to go anywhere. But we also realize that we can be a spoiler. We know, because you guys always throwing it in the Falcons fan face that, hey, we got a ring on. We got a ring. So what we feel like this is how we feel. We ain't going nowhere. Just like we came out a couple weeks ago, we realized we wasn't going anywhere. But we realized that, you know what? We can beat them. That's our rival. We can knock them off. So if they do make it to the Super Bowl, which I don't think you guys will, I don't think you will. We can say we beat you. We beat you in your house. In your house.
Well, like I tell a lot of my friends from Dirty Bird Nation. I mean, if that's the expectancy that you all look for every year, hey, that y'all just aiming mighty low. I mean, we're gonna take this victory today because
take the victory.
We're taking the victory.
You're gonna have to take it. We ain't giving it to you.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, any given day, anybody can be beat. But with the mentality that we have, I mean, we had our back against the wall. We feel a little bit like how y'all feel for y'all season this year. Y'all already know y'all can't really do much this year, so y'all, it's like somebody that's suicidal. How it's hard to fight somebody that's suicidal because they ain't got nothing to lose. Y'all ain't got nothing to lose. You're not gonna make the playoffs. So, but at the end of the day, we had our back against the wall too because look in these last 3 years. I mean, we lost the Super Bowl. I mean, we lost going to the Super Bowl. We lost the playoffs with a Hail Mary throw. We had a bad penalty call. I mean, we had so much against us, and then we just lost against y'all.
No, you didn't lose. You got beat down.
Well, it's an L. Either way it goes, it's an L.
Let me quote.
I ain't gonna say beat down.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
No beat down.
I got a couple notes right here. I just want to ask you a question. What's Drew Brees' number?
To my his stat?
No, his quarterback. What's his quarterback? No, like Matt Ryan's number 2. What's Drew Brees' number?
Drew Brees number 9.
Drew Brees number 9, and that's how many points y'all scored last week when we played last, right?
Yeah. That's how many points we scored. And we'll take it. See that? But that's the luxury of being a New Orleans Saints fan and being an Atlanta fan. Being fans, we only subjected to whatever they allow us to be able to brag about.
Yeah.
So I gave y'all 2 weeks to do all your bragging. Today we back on neutral grounds right now.
On neutral grounds.
We got about 2 or 3 more hours, and after this game over with, we gonna get back to that shit talking.
I'm getting my drink on. I'm gonna be welcoming your call. I'm gonna tell you like this here. I'm gonna be sitting right there.
I don't need you to be drunk. I don't need you to be drunk at the game. I want you to
be sober. I want
you to be sober.
I want to thank you and your wife, your lovely wife Kiki, for taking my call last time because I know it hurt like a mug, man. I know it hurt when you
every time. You're not a fan. You're not a fan of the Packers or the Saints if you don't say. When you lose, it don't hurt.
But I ain't gonna be like some people. Some people don't answer the phone because one thing about me, I can dish it out and I can take it, and it is what it is. And I ain't making no excuses. If y'all win, I'm gonna tell you something. I talked to Big Time earlier. Vegas picked you guys to win. One of the bettors was 5.5, the other was 6.5, and that's telling me that they think you guys will win by a touchdown. And I said, you know what? That's about right. That 11 points last time, I wasn't going with that. I believe this rivalry is so strong that if you guys win, it's only going to be about a touchdown because even though we might not have a stadium full of Falcon fans, the Falcons realize they're at home and they realize if they don't come to play, they're going to get blown out. And I give you guys that much credit knowing that when the Saints come to play, they can play. And I said the same thing about the Falcons. We talked about a couple things the Falcons have to do to win this ball game. That can possibly win the ball game because the favor are in favor of the Saints, and I'm not denying that. And like I said, we don't have but one way to go. That's to split up. I mean, we're not gonna win, make a playoff run. We're not gonna do none of that stuff. So the best thing we could do for the rest of this season is to beat you guys.
Well, and one thing about this season, I'm gonna tell you about this game here in particular. We both have a real forget the last game. This game I'm talking about. This gonna be an electrifying game. I'm telling you, this probably gonna be one of the best games of the year. And I'm saying this, and anybody can hit me back later after this game over with and tell me it's not gonna be. And like I said, you all might not be playing for a playoff spot, but like you said, we play each other, we play for a reason and a purpose. And especially tonight's game, you all defending to keep the streak going when y'all beat us 2-0. And we really got a purpose on this game. We're trying to clinch.
Yeah.
But that's why I know this game is really going to be electrifying. That's why I'll be there in a minute. I'm going.
You going to the game?
Oh
my goodness.
I want everybody. I'm in section 121. I want everybody to see me in section 121. I'm going to be the one on that second line.
I want you to go over and I want you to pull up the podcast tonight. The mic is hot. THEMIKEISHOT, and let your friends hear it. And you might want to hear it before the game because after the game, you probably ain't going to want to. If you lose, you ain't going to hear it. I know how it is.
Well, at least I know I'm going to want to hear it then. So we can get that. We can go ahead and put that in play right now. I'm going to want to hear it because I know I'm walking out of there with the victory. Matter of fact, I ain't walking out. I'm dancing out of there.
You dancing out?
Like party.
Y'all going to second line out of there, huh?
Oh, man, we gonna stomp all over that dome. We gonna stomp all over that Mercedes, the second Mercedes dome that y'all compared to the real Mercedes dome.
Oh,
we gonna step up out of there.
Oh,
and guess
my
what?
goodness.
I'm from Georgia, everybody. So y'all hearing it from a Georgia boy.
This is a Georgia boy, born and raised down in Thomasville, Georgia. Hey, I remember. See, you think I remember? You remember Thomasville, Georgia, played football down, star quarterback, and all that good stuff. See, I remember your stats, but you probably didn't know I remember all that. But now he was he married a New Orleans Saints lady, and now he done changed up.
No. And I hate when everybody start that narrative there saying I did it. When I got with her, I already was liking the Saints. So that's not.
But Paul, we have to admit, one thing I can say about you, you also a New England fan.
Oh, I just about to say that, and everybody know I'm not partial to New England because my uncle played for them. So that's why I root for New England Patriots because my uncle played for them. I'm partial to them too. So right. I mean, breeze or braid, I take it either day. We're
going to probably do another podcast during the playoff. I got a feeling that if they got to play Lamar Jackson just like they did last time, you saw that game, right?
Oh, Jesus, man, that boy that's scaring me right now.
I'm glad you admit that because some people won't give me credit. I'm like, this guy he got more than
some people's not true fans to sports. If you know sports and you're really not trying to be biased,
right?
Man, you got to look at this boy.
This boy's
how he came from college up,
right?
Through, and his motivation, and you see it in his play on every play that he wanted.
Yep.
I like that team.
That kid can run, man.
Baltimore growing on me. Baltimore is really growing on me.
It's growing on me too.
You got to see they got one of our players that we. I hate that we had to let him go, but it was a mutual understanding. We had to let him go because we couldn't afford to. Ingram over there with him.
Ingram, yeah.
Man,
and what Baltimore brings to the table, they got a running game, they got a passing game, and the third option. And a quarterback can get outside the pocket. But
man, they got a quarterback that can sit in the pocket and get out the pocket. This boy is a dual threat, and when I say he
triple threat, not dual, triple threat.
Triple threat. Actually, you're right, triple threat, and he's just as close to Michael Vick as anybody has ever been.
Yes. And Michael Vick said that themselves.
And if he stay healthy, he's gonna surpass Michael Vick.
Yeah.
I like the boy. It's
gonna be exciting to see.
Back to where they go with the rest of the season. I like them. I'm gonna tell you that now. I like Baltimore. Them boys looking good.
If you like football, guys, you got to tune in and check that out. Where your wife at, man? I need to hear. So I'm gonna let you go like I promised you 5 minutes, but I need to hear her say something in the background. I want her to say. Tell her to say "Go Falcons" for me. Did she leave?
I know this is a family show. You gonna get her to cursing now.
Did the mom and the mom come down? Everybody come down?
Well, no, they stayed. They had to do something in New Orleans this year.
Okay,
and they came last year, but this year they didn't make it this year.
Wow.
So we're gonna represent for them.
Okay. I'm going to say go Falcons. You can say go Saints. And, I'm going to let you go into the ball game. I appreciate you tuning in. We're going to play this thing later on. I got a couple more Saints fans I got to call. They want to get their opinion. So, it'd be nice to listen to the show later on. You can hear everybody give their opinion. The Falcons, were they Falcon fans, Saints fan, and you can see which way everybody's going tonight. Hey, man, Paul, I appreciate you, brother. Enjoy the game tonight, man. Well, either way you go, I'll look for you, call, all right?
All right, who that be? Let's go, baby.
Go Falcons. That was Paul Guyton. Good friend of mine, long-time friend of mine. Him and his wife, beautiful wife, Kiki, they met at a job and they got married. And like he said, at one point in time, he was, Paul got several teams. Let's put it that way. I'm not going to say he wasn't a Saints fan, but he got several teams out there. And you heard what he said, and we talked about it before. We all talked before and after the ball game, and for years, I guess it's been probably almost 10 years now, we continue to go back and forth with these games. And that's why I want to do this show tonight, to be able to call some people up and get them to give their opinion on how they feel. Got another Saints fan I'm going to give a call up as soon as in just a minute from now, and we're going to let him talk because he's a deep down, diehard Saints fan. And stand by for 1 minute. Give me about 5 seconds, and we'll be right back, all right? All right, folks. We back, just like I promised. My main man from New Orleans, diehard fan. Been a Saints fan for years. I know I had to call him if I didn't call nobody else. Mr. Andrew. Andrew, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, D-Man?
He always open the conversation and close the conversation with who you with. But I tell you what, last time we played, I couldn't get in touch with who you with. Who you with had lost his phone. He was so hurt he lost his phone. What's up, Andrew? What happened to the phone, man?
Well, not only that, my stomach was upset. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because y'all upset us. Y'all wanted it more than we did. Hey, that's all I got to say. I got to give y'all props. I can't do nothing else other than that.
See, you give me props now because you think y'all going to win tonight. That's what it is. Andrew.
Well, the fact of the matter is this here.
Andrew,
okay?
I got a question for you. Let me ask you a quick question before you get started. I want to hear what you got to say, but let me ask you this quick question. Hey, what's Drew Brees' number? What's Drew Brees' number? Like Matt Ryan's number 2. What's Drew Brees' number? I can't remember his number.
What's his number? Oh, he number 1.
No, what's his number? We're on the back of his jersey.
Oh, number 9. Number 9. Number 9.
You know what? That's right. That's what y'all scored in the last ball game. 9 points, right?
Yeah. But you know what? We're going to set the table tonight. We're gonna set the table tonight.
Okay. Talk to me. Tell me what the Saints gonna do. How they gonna win this ball game? How they gonna win? Because I'm not saying they're gonna lose. I'm not saying they're gonna win either. But you tell me how they gonna win.
Well, how we gonna win is we gonna capitalize on the things that we didn't do the first time. And the first time is water under the bridge, and we just gonna let that go. But tonight it's gonna be efficiency, efficiency,
Mm-hmm.
accuracy, momentum.
For a team that was 7-1, how could you not be efficient? I mean, the Falcons came in and completely dominated you guys in New Orleans. I mean, Drew Brees got sacked 6 times. That's just a record. Drew Brees has never been sacked 6 times. And most of all, Drew Brees have never played in a game throughout his career as a Saints fan and not scored a touchdown. That was a record-breaking game for the Falcons. And I know you guys are sore. I know the players are sore, and they plan on coming in. But I got news for them. They better walk softly. They better walk softly up and play football, but don't come in mad, because when you're mad, you can't think. And that's when you start making mistakes. Because I'm telling you what, we got the same player. Don't let that record fool you. Don't let our record fool you. We got the same players that took us to the Super Bowl that year. And we coming to play. We at home. You coming in our playground. You know what happens when you come to somebody else's playground, they get mad? They take the ball and go home. So,
they take the ball and go home. They take the ball and go home. Exactly. But you know what? This time it's going to be a whole different pot of stew.
So what? I mean, who if I'm watching the ball game? what should I look for? Is there any particular player that's going to probably have an outstanding game? Now, we know Michael Thomas is going to have a good game. He had a good game in the last ball game. Is Drew Brees going to do something different, or is Kamari going to do something different? And you tell me what you think y'all going to do, and I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of what I think is going to happen this ball game.
Well, it's going to be more Jason Tatum tonight. That's all I'm going to say.
No, that's no name right there. Who is he? Is he a receiver, running back? What's going on?
Jason Hill. My mistake. Jason Hill.
Who is it?
Tatum Hill. Tatum Hill. My bad.
Okay, well, you got all these Jasons and Tatums. What position does he play?
Quarterback.
What?
Quarterback.
You mean
yes, sir.
You trying to say Drew Brees not going to get the job done?
No.
The future Pro Bowler quarterback, Drew Brees?
No. I may be saying his name wrong. His name is Jason Hill. Tatum Hill, Jason Hill, one or the other.
He's a quarterback.
Yeah. He's that guy that he's all-purpose. He's our all-purpose guy. Yeah. You know that all-purpose guy we got. Well, we gonna turn him loose tonight. We're gonna turn him loose tonight.
Turn him loose.
Yeah, we're gonna turn him loose tonight. But let me tell you something.
Talk to me.
It's gonna be a horse of a different color tonight.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be a horse of a different color tonight. Because I think with my main man Drew Brees coming back the way he did and being so inefficient, okay, I think he's gonna get some restitution tonight, and it's gonna be sad to be a Falcon tonight.
Well, wait now. I hear what you're saying.
It's gonna be sad to be a Falcon tonight. They're gonna be a cooked duck.
Ooh, you calling the Falcons a duck, man? That's an insult right there. You calling the Falcons a duck? Well, last I heard they said they're gonna crucify some Saints up in the house tonight. But look, we're a few hours away from the ball game right now, and I've talked to some fans already, getting ready to head to the stadium. They want to be in the house, the place to be. I got a feeling. I know a lot of Falcon fans are not going to the game, but they are gonna watch it on TV tonight. So they're gonna be watching the game and closely and seeing what's gonna happen. I think last ball game, I think I told you this before, Drew Brees made some mistakes in that ball game. I don't think Sean Payton came out and admitted everything that they got out-coached. Right. He said they got out-coached. And that's big for Sean to say that he got coached. Because we look at Sean Payton next to Bill Belichick as far as coaching in football, making decisions and making changes. But I think that Teddy Bridgewater would have probably did a little bit better in that second half than Drew Brees because he can get outside the pocket. I'm gonna say this: if you guys don't get out that pocket, it ain't gonna look good. And if we start picking up first down and we start running the ball, it's gonna be a long night, brother. Vegas give you guys 6 points. I think 5.5 to 6 points to win this ball game. That's like saying the Saints might win by 7 points by a touchdown. I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm listening. What's 100?
In this rival, a half a point.
A half a
point is about all I would give up.
Wait. Let me go back. You gonna win by half a point? You saying?
I say a half a point is all I would give up.
What's a half a point? Ain't no such thing.
Because I guarantee a win.
You guarantee
that mean I'd win. That mean I'd win hands down. It ain't no such thing as I have a point. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, the birds coming to play. We ain't playing dirty. Now y'all don't come up here trying to play dirty up in our house now. Don't come up here trying to play dirty because I'm telling you I heard they're gonna open up the dome. Now they're gonna open up the top in the dome. Let some fresh air come in here because we can't have all them Saints smelling up the house. We got to make what we can breathe up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all want to have somewhere? Y'all want to have some extra space to be able to escape? That's all.
hey, we gonna see. I'm letting you talk. And my thing was I spoke with you earlier today, as well as some other fans. Falcon and Saints fans, I'm doing the call now and calling around and let you guys air and say what you got to say. I know when the game's over, win, lose, or draw, I'm going to get another call from you. Well, I'll be waiting on you. And like I told them, I'm going to tell you the same thing. I can dish it out and I can take it. So trust me, if for some reason these Falcons happen to beat your Saints tonight, be close by the phone.
Yeah.
We
Well,
close
hey,
by the
my phone is on. Hey, my phone is on. I'm a man of my word, and I have no reason to have no excuse. And guess what? I'm going to keep it on. I'm going to have it on the charger. So that way, when you do call, I have a full charge.
All right.
I won't be like, wait a minute, hey man, look, let me get back with you guys because my phone about to go dead.
Yeah.
It's gonna be look.
Well, I get
the next time we talk, it's gonna be the talk of no excuses.
Okay. Well, now your word was I gotta watch this other quarterback coming in the ballgame. I guess it's this third string quarterback because I think Teddy Bridgewater is number 2. But I don't know what I don't know what you meant by that. But I'm gonna be looking to see if he's gonna be running a special roster and anything like that. But
yeah. Bridgewater is number 2. Bridgewater is number 2. And his guy Taysom Hill. Yeah, he's a quarterback from he played quarterback in college at Brigham Young.
Okay. I need to call. I need to call down there, call Dan up right quick and let him know.
Yeah.
He need to
and
watch
guess
his
what?
boy. That tall
yeah,
boy.
and guess what? He stands something like about 6'10".
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you go. I ain't gonna hold you. I got one more call to make, and I'm gonna post this thing in a minute. And I want you guys to go ahead and check it out. Because after the game, you might don't want to hear it. But
okay,
Andrew, it
yes,
was
sir.
always a pleasure, brother. Go Falcons.
Hey, man.
And what you got to say?
Who you with?
That's Andrew. Last word. Talk to you later, Andrew.
All right, man. Who you with?
Well. I tell you what, folks. Let me turn the music up a little bit because I'm going to have to wrap this thing up. I can't get in touch with too many people this time in the afternoon. I know we got Dallas playing right now and the Falcons coming up here shortly. We have reached out to Saints fans, Falcons fans on this Thanksgiving Day and to get their opinions on this ball game. The Atlanta Falcons take on the New Orleans Saints tonight at 8 p.m. The rematch, the first game, the Falcons beat the Saints 26-9 in New Orleans in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. But tonight, the rematch is right here in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. The Saints fans are pissed. They're upset because they got beat. They didn't lose. They didn't lose at all. They got beat. Might I remind you, the Saints didn't even score a touchdown. The first time in Drew Brees' history as a Saints quarterback not to score an NFL touchdown in a regular season ball game, or any ball game. And the Falcons came in with a record of 1 win and 7 losses, while the Saints came into that ball game at home, 7 wins and 1 loss. My. Give meaning to the phrase that we hear all the time, any given Sunday. Any given Sunday, any team can win a ball game. Don't never put a team out. This is the NFL. This is how it works. The team with a better game plan, the more talented players that can execute on that given Sunday, they're going to win the ball game, regardless of what their record is. You got to go out and you got to play. You got to believe. You got to play 60 minutes of football. You got to play 4 quarters of football to win the ball game. And folks, when that's done, and that clock clicks 0, it's over. No going back. No going back. The game's over. You have to wait till next time. And that's what's going to happen tonight. This is next time. Luckily, it's a division game, and there's 2 games in this season for the Falcons and the Saints. The Saints could lose this game and still continue and make the playoff. But if they win tonight, they wrap up the division and pretty much guarantees themselves a slot in the playoffs. Falcons and otherwise, we're done. We lose, we're done. Less than 1% chance right now if we win to make the playoffs. But Falcons fans are not concerned about that. We're not concerned about making the playoff this year. We realize that our chances are pretty much a done deal. So what we're looking at is being a spoiler. We want to be a spoiler to the Saints in this division and prove to them that in this AFC South, the NFC South, that the Atlanta Falcons stands tall, regardless of what happens. We are the best in our division, and we can prove this tonight by beating the New Orleans Saints. Falcons, last time they played was one win, 7 loss. Saint was 7 wins, 1 loss. Guess what, folks? That means 1-7. That's how many points the Falcons beat the Saints by the last ball game. The Falcons beat the Saints by 17 points. Folks, sound like somebody knocking at the door. It ain't gonna be nothing to play with tonight. Vegas give the Saints 5 to 6 points odds over this game. That's only 1 point from being a touchdown. So Vegas knows that this is a rival game. They're not giving the Saints 20 points or 11 points like they did last time. And they were so embarrassed, they lost a lot of money because they said that the Saints were going to run over these guys because of the record. We've already talked about that. We've already shown that. This is a rival game. It don't happen that way in rival games. I talked enough. I'm going to let it go. All the talking, I did. The Falcons fans have talked. The Saints fans are talking. It's time to put up or shut up. I do the podcast and I put it out there, folks. At 10 o'clock tonight when this game is over, it could be a totally different. The Saints could have won the ball game. Hey, if they do, they do. But right now, our podcast is about one thing: opinions. I gave my opinion. They gave their opinion. Whether we right or wrong, it don't matter whether we right or wrong, because everybody has one, an opinion. Whether they're right or wrong, it don't matter. It's just their opinion. I'm gonna wrap this thing up. It's been fun, but now it's done. It's DJ Thomas coming at you live from Atlanta, Georgia. Less than 1 hour before kickoff. Folks, I'll see you when I see you. I'm out. Go Falcons.